Today, I'm in the second largest city in Wales, Swansea. Sitting on the south coast, this is a great place to work, rest and play.
Well, I'm here to see a 3-bed semi-detached with a guide price of £80,000 plus. But for once, I've brought somebody with me to have a look around. Waffle. Now, they say that dogs have a sense of smell which is 10,000 times better than ours. So probably she's going to sniff out a bargain. What do you reckon? Is it going to be great or rough? Let's have a look. Come on. Yeah. Let's have a look. This way. Waffle. That's not a good start, is it? Maybe you knew best. How did you know that? The side door. Come on. So, what have we got? It looks to be in reasonable condition. This is the kitchen. Obviously, very old and dated. Not exactly massive for a 3-bed semi-detached, but perhaps we could do what I would normally do, which is knock through a few walls and see if we can maybe enhance this space. Because you have got this area here, which has got lots of doors and this little sort of corridor area. And then this room here. Now, wowzers! Look at this! With the brown carpet, it's absolutely perfect, right? The brown skirting boards, brown door, and then the matching wallpaper. It's just fantastic. I would like to see doors out there onto the garden, patio doors, and that would work really well. And then if you were just to take out this wall here, and then you just have this whole area as like a kitchen, living room with doors out into the garden there, that would be absolutely superb. Because the rest of the house actually works okay. The front living room, for once, I would probably keep separate, certainly if you're going to do that with the back. Partly to keep this. Now, this is extraordinary. At first glance, it's a piece of furniture, but at second glance, it's actually built into the wall. So it's actually almost forming the joint between the two rooms. Now, you could theoretically take it out and open this whole thing up. Obviously, that is an option, but in some ways, it's a shame to get rid of that. Somebody's gone to a lot of trouble to build it. What is probably going to bite the dust is this. A very old, very dated fireplace, which, it just doesn't work. Okay, well, it's nice to sit in front of, I guess. You want to keep the fire? Okay, well, Waffle's vote is to keep the fireplace.
Yeah, Waffle thinks the fireplace is the ultimate accessory in this room. Without pausing, Waffle's off to check out upstairs.
So, upstairs, and 3 pretty decent-sized bedrooms. A sort of slightly smaller box room there. Good-sized double there, though. Colours make all the difference. The fact that it's been painted this blue colour makes it feel smaller than it actually is. But one thing I'm noticing that's really nice is the floorboards. They seem to be in pretty good nick throughout. So, large bedroom there. A good-sized double towards the back. And then to round it all off, the bathroom. Now, I said about the kitchen downstairs, it really doesn't feel big enough for a big family house. But the bathroom, surprisingly, is a good size. And I think if you rejig the layout, you'll be able to get a shower in that corner there, just update it. And then, great job. I mean, it's got everything you need to be a really fantastic family house. Yeah.
But Waffle's tail might not be wagging for much longer when she hears the next bit of news.
Well, there is one little fly in the ointment in what is otherwise a pretty good property, and that is the fact that it's leasehold. Not necessarily a problem in its own right, apart from the fact there are only 44 years left on the lease. And for mortgage lenders, that is a problem. So you need to look at potentially extending the lease or ideally buying the freehold.
To extend or buy a freehold, however, you must have been the owner of the property for at least 2 years, so it can be a time-consuming operation. It also means this place will likely have to be bought by a cash buyer, as the present short lease will make it difficult to get a mortgage. And out in the garden, whilst Waffle is having a good sniff about, there's something else that could end up a right dog's dinner.
One thing I noticed straight away is look at all this concrete and how it's all over the place. Under normal circumstances, I say, whatever. However, the fact it's right by this drain gives me cause for concern. What is going on underground there? And if it's doing that to that, wonder what it's doing to the foundations of the house. But in terms of the space, it's not bad. Then you've got this fairly interesting kind of Swiss cottagey thing being built at the bottom of the garden. In general, it's a together house, and the garden is a bonus, especially if you've got one of them.
I'm not sure the cat agrees, but something I think we can all agree on is that the golden rule is always to read the legal pack, or you could end up with your tail between your legs. I really hope this property's bark is worse than its bite. We've asked along a local estate agent to see what she thinks of this property and what would be best to do with it.
The current layout of the property is good as it stands. However, if I were to purchase this property, I would probably knock through from the kitchen into the reception too and make a nice modern family open plan kitchen diner.
And when fully renovated, what does the estate agent think the resale value could be if the buyer decided to sell on?
Once renovated to a high standard, I feel that this property could probably achieve offers in the region of £140,000.
And if they decided to rent it out, what figures could they be looking at?
Once completed, this property would probably achieve between £550 to £600 per calendar month.
Well, make no bones about it, I think this is a good one to go for. What do you reckon? Waffle thinks it's the dog's doodahs.